Hi Gemini, welcome to The Modern Spiritualist. My name is Raheem. Today we're going to do the general December reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if you know your sun sign and it's Gemini, you're in the right place. If you know your moon and your rising signs, make sure to look for those as well if you would like more insight into your situation. I did a bit of a different layout today. I did what's called an overlay of 3 different decks, and so I'm using Thoth, Jungian Tarot, and Albano Waite. And we're going to look at health, wealth, love, and destiny. So while there are kind of 4 distinct sectors here, we're also going to kind of look at it holistically. There's going to be connections between the 4 of them, kind of depending on what information comes through for me. So this will be fun. And I think that's it. So let's get started. So we're going to look at health first. We have the sun reversed. This is asking you, are you happy? We have some good, even in the reversal, the sun card is not bad. And we have some good energy here. We also have some energy that might trip you up. So make sure that you're doing what you need to do for you and that you're not giving your energy to other people. The sun reverse is kind of like, Leo, this is all about me, what I need, and everything else revolves around it. So, and not in a bad way. So in the reversal, it's just saying, are you too preoccupied with how other people are doing, or giving your energy to people that are just a drain on you and don't really have your best interest at heart, either because they don't know how to, or they're just not in a good place right now. So just watch out for how you're giving your energy to other people. But this isn't a bad energy. I don't think you're in terrible shape. I just think that this is saying to ask you to refocus on yourself and ask you, are you really happy? What do you need to be happy if you're not in a great place right now? And give yourself more of what you need. And we have the 5 of Swords. It's in the reverse. I like this better in the reversal. I think you guys are really taking great strides this month to eliminate things in your life that you don't need. Now, this could just be stories, narratives, negative self-talk that is not serving you. But this could also be habits. I'm feeling a real emphasis on clearing out your core. Some of you, I think, pursuing healing, energy healing of some form might be good this month. Obviously, if you're sick, see a doctor. But special hit on the lungs. Take care of your lungs. If you're smoking, I would suggest you cut back or stop. But because this is in the reverse, I get the sense that you may already be on that train. Like, what I'm saying isn't new information for you. If you're a smoker, you're kind of already trying. So that's good. I think you're there's a lot of forward momentum. Though it might be slow right now, it's going to keep building momentum if you keep applying changes to your health as you need to. This is a great month to get a massage or shamanic healing or Reiki, or just anything that's going to kind of help you restore balance to your energy system, because I just feel a lot of inner changes happening, and anything you can do to kind of solidify those changes will be good. Because this is a month of clearing out what you don't need, and forming better habits for yourself in the best interest of the sun, which is your ultimate health and happiness, and one that is independent of what anyone else is doing. This is, the sun is saying, figure out what you need and don't compromise it, right? We have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about slow and steady progress to your goals. So it's not like you're going to do everything this month. Just decide how you want your health to look like, what changes you do want to make, whether that's cutting back on things like smoking, or whether that's... I think this is a month to just figure out what you need, in terms of what you would like to add to your health or your life. This may not be a month that you act on it, but a month where you're asking yourself what you do need. And so the Knight of Pentacles is just kind of saying, you'll get there, take your time. You're not in any immediate danger. You don't need to be in a rush. But use that time to use this time to let go of things you don't need, and integrate your energy system, update your energy system. And so whatever you take in from here on out is going to be like the sun, in terms of it's going to nurture you. Like, think vitamin D. Like, what's going to nurture you holistically? The sun's responsible for plant growth that we eat, animals to be alive that we eat, for us to be alive so that we have warmth, and get that vitamin D. So this is about looking at things holistically and making sure that the nutrients that you take into your body, or the energy that you take into your body, is like the sun. It just fills you with light, it fills you with warmth, and it takes care of all of your needs. So just look at that. Look at all aspects of your health, your sleep, your body, your mental, emotional health, your diet, your exercise. Look at everything and ask yourself what you need or what you would like to have moving forward, and eliminate anything that's going to get in the way of that. And I feel like you're already kind of doing that. So keep up the good work. Let's look at wealth. You have the Magus reverse. This is Mercury, which means this is you, Gemini. This energy is a Gemini energy. In the reverse, I just get the sense that some of you may be a bit scattered. I think you're trying to figure out what you want in terms of wealth and career. And that kind of goes in a few different directions, because wealth is finances, but wealth is also, do I enjoy what I'm doing? Does it fill me with meaning? And how can you have both? How can you do something in the world, or create something in the world that both puts food on the table and nourishes your spirit? And so I think that's just what you're looking for. And this is common with Gemini because of your third house, right? So third house energy is kind of a Renaissance energy. You like a lot of different things. You have interest in multiple areas, and so it may be difficult for you to pin down something and just kind of run with it. You're mutable as well, and so I think your interests may just feel very scattered right now. The nice thing about the Magus and the upright is that this is really the manifestor energy. This is, you having the power to write your story however you want to write it, and do whatever it is that you want to do and manifest whatever you want to do. The Magus is the alchemist. He makes things happen. He creates. He just invents his world, right? Like if the world is an empty canvas, the Magus has the paintbrush. So in the reversal, you still have all that power available to you. I think there's just kind of this need to maybe ground yourself a little bit and figure out what's most important to you. Be a little bit pragmatic about, I personally believe that if you manifest hard enough and work hard enough, you can problem solve your pathway to monetizing whatever it is that you want to do. I think you can, but that doesn't mean you can't, look at things a little bit pragmatically to see, okay, what's the fastest or most efficient way to get from point A to point B? And also, you don't have to look at this as like, what's the ultimate goal? Hold the ultimate goal, but then also recognize that detours don't necessarily mean you're not getting there. They might not even necessarily be detours. They may be cultivating exactly the thing that you need to get the thing that you really want. And so, keep the end in your mind. What's the ultimate outcome? What's the goal? Envision the end. Believe that you can do it. Clear any limiting beliefs that tell you can't. But then allow the middle to kind of be flexible. What can you do right now to take care of yourself, to put food on the table, to enrich your soul? What can you do right now? This could also just be a pathway of learning. What skills do you need to learn to do the thing that you really want to do? And so this is not bad. This is not bad. Just rein it in. If you feel scattered, try to rein it in. It doesn't mean that you can't do multiple things or manifest multiple things, or it doesn't mean that you can't have it all necessarily, but you have to start somewhere. So look at it that way. How am I going to start, right? Crystallize your vision for the future. Queen of Wands reversed. Again, this is saying you have the power. The Queen of Wands in the upright is kind of a Sagittarian energy. It's kind of the bad bitch. It's like, I can do whatever I want and I'm gonna, right? The Queen of Wands is just saying in the reversal, it's just saying you're a little bit nervous. And so there may be an element here of like picking up your power. You already have it. I think you already know that. So there may just be this may be, a process of clearing some blocks so that you free this energy. So it goes in the upright. Same with the Magus, honestly. These are very connected. The Magus is saying, I have the vision. The Queen of Wands is saying, I have the power to take action. And these in the reversal just means that you're working on that. You're working on really affirming that for yourself and making it real for you. So this is a good time to clear out thoughts that aren't beneficial to releasing that energy and that power for you. We also have the Three of Pentacles reversed. I think it's important for you to build a new foundation, because maybe the foundation that you have right now, or you had, if you've had tower moments recently, is not working for you. You're on shaky ground, or you were on shaky ground. And so this is an opportunity for you to completely restructure. But ultimately, this is about dismantling what's not working. And I said that with the Five of Swords reversed as well. This is a really good time to eliminate things that aren't going to be a good part of your future. For those of you that doesn't resonate with, look at your team members. If you're on some kind of work collaboration or creative collaboration or anything like that, do you share the same vision as your team members? Are they doing good work for you or with you? Or is it time to part ways with people that aren't ultimately serving your highest vision or your highest good? Because you can always find people that are more equipped or really share a soul connection with you that want the same thing that you do. And so look at that a little bit critically. Are the people around you the people that you need to really push what you're trying to push through in terms of your work in the world, and how you accumulate wealth? Some of you just may need to be a better teammate, but I think the root of that is, are you really doing work that you want to be doing? Like if you're dropping the ball with some sort of group project at work, is it because you don't want to be there? You know what I mean? And so obviously don't quit your job if it's putting money on the table, but this is a good time to think about where you maybe want to go next if you have a job that's no longer working for you. So take a look at that as well. Let's move on to love. We have the universe. This may be a time of great expansion for you, where you're really thinking about the higher questions, especially in terms of your own self-love, maybe. If you are in a partnership or a love relationship, it looks good. It looks like you guys share the same vision. It looks like you guys make each other better, so I think you're in good shape there. We'll talk about the other cards in a minute. Those of you that are single and happy, or single and not looking, this is about your relationship with the divine, maybe. And cultivating that relationship with the divine is going to help you with this Magus energy. It's going to help you direct your energy, make sense of your vision, what you want. It's going to help you manifest, and it's going to help you take action on those manifestations. So that's a really, really key, I think, move for you. Whether or not you're in relationship, I would definitely look at that. Your relationship with the divine, your belief system, your philosophy, and how to cultivate that philosophy in a way that ultimately helps you feel good about yourself and helps you achieve your ends, because your beliefs can be anything, right? The world is infinite. I mean, existence is infinite. We create our reality. So whatever your beliefs are, that's what reality is. So eliminate any beliefs that don't serve you, replace them with good ones that do serve you, and bring the right things to you. It's infinite. So what do you want to believe? I mean, that's what this is asking you, okay? We have the Queen of Swords reversed. There's a bit of a reorganization happening. Maybe you're taking the next step with somebody. These cards combined could talk of marriage, choosing to have a baby, maybe moving in together, going steady, taking your relationship to the next level, blah, 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 blah. Because the Queen of Swords can be a decision. Now, this is not a decision that you're making lightly either. It's also not a decision that I think is particularly heart-led. And what I mean by that is maybe this is what you want in your heart. We have that with the universe, kind of. But you're deciding to move in together because you've hit a time where it makes sense. You've decided to marry each other because you've reached a time where that makes sense for you. And so there's some pragmatism here. There's looking at things logically, which I like, because it tells me that you're not making an impulsive decision if you're taking a relationship to the next level. And I really like that for you. If you're single and happy, single and not looking, You may just kind of be using this as a time to figure out what you do want. If you do want to move forward with a relationship later down the line, or you're preparing yourself to meet someone new at some point, and you know, don't want to repeat the same patterns you've been repeating in past relationships, this is a good time to ask yourself, what do I want? And choose not to compromise next time. So if someone comes into your life and you see problems, this is a perfect time to say, these are the things I don't want. And if someone comes into my life that has these things, then I'm not going to pursue this relationship. Or these are the things that I do want. If someone comes around and they don't have these things, I'm not going to pursue that relationship. This is about no compromising on what you want, so that the next relationship that comes around is something new for you, something better than anything you've had before. And don't rush it. You know, this is about not making an impulsive decision or jumping into love because you're lonely. This is about, no, I'm not going to compromise. I know the partner I want, and I'm not going to rest until I find it. And I really like that for you. I think this is coming out of a breakup because we have the Three of Swords reversed. This means you're kind of over the hump. You've already had a breakup in the past, whatever it was. For the 3 here is important to me. Somehow I think that maybe you broke up around 3 months ago, or maybe even 3 years ago. But this is saying that a major portion of like the grief or reorganization that you kind of have to do after a breakup has kind of already left you. And so you've already been through the thick of it. I think now it's just a matter of, what did I learn? What am I not going to do next time? And like breaking that pattern for yourself. Recognizing whatever pattern you were playing out in this relationship, which may be a karmic relationship. And making sure you don't repeat yourself. So that's great. Let's look at destiny. You have the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. It's in the upright. I think things are going well for you. You know, some of the challenges that have come up don't feel totally disruptive. A lot of this is about asking yourself what you do want, and using this month to clarify that, right? So the 9 of Cups is saying that the process that you're in right now is going to lead to your betterment. You're going to end this cycle feeling more fulfilled, feeling happier, feeling like you have the power to manifest what you want, because this is a manifestation card as well. This is wish fulfillment. And with the Universe card here, which is so powerful, your relationship with yourself and the divine is key here. Because, look at this interaction here. This is the universe saying, I want to give you everything, right? And all you have to do is figure out what that is for you. What is everything? What's the dream, right? What's the dream? And then clearing any limiting beliefs that tell you you can't achieve it, or that you can't receive it. Look at your philosophy. If you have a relationship with the divine where it feels like the divine is shaming you, or you feel like you're not worthy of the gifts that it wants to bring you, then look at that. Maybe it's time to kind of change your relationship with the universe, because that's a personal relationship. And I can tell you from experience, shame disconnects us. I think it's a bigger part of the kind of problem of like the Judeo-Christian system that we have, where there's kind of this patriarchal heaven versus hell, good versus bad thing with God. And if you're bad, you fall out of favor or whatever, which is a bunch of bullshit, in my opinion. In my belief system, that's bullshit. And so what I have recognized within my own shame story is the second that I fall into a shame story, I lose my connection with the divine. I can't feel it or hear it, because I've decided I'm unworthy. Shame is basically saying, I'm unworthy. That's the story. And if you feel unworthy, you're not connected. And so, but it's you doing that. It's you cutting yourself off because you're ashamed and you don't want the universe to see you or whatever. And that comes out of a deep collective ancestral pattern of, the divine deciding whether you're good or bad. And you're inherently good. The universe would not have made you if it didn't like you, right? You're here for a reason. You're here with these gifts for a reason. You're here to share them. Mistakes that are made are just part of the imperfection of humanity, which contributes to the perfection, because if you're already perfect, where's there to go, right? We're imperfect for a reason. we're not here to be on God's bad side. You know what I mean? And I try not to use the word God because it triggers people. But you have a really powerful potential here to just say no to that story and to make your own, to form your own relationship with the universe or the divine or whatever you want to call it. Anything that tells you you're not worthy has to go, because that's going to disconnect you. So look at your shame stories, because there's nothing to be ashamed of. Okay. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. This is the journey that you're on. This is the journey to your own happiness, your betterment, your wish fulfillment, your ideal. Okay? We have the Devil. This is about clearing out old limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. I mean, I talked about that so much already that I don't know if I have more to say. The Devil encourages you to look at your shadow side without shame. So can you look at the parts in you that make you uncomfortable, with compassion, with love, with acceptance? Because the more we shame and repress our shadow side, the farther back it gets shoved in the closet, and the more damage it can do, because the less aware of it we are. Things get shoved into the unconscious, not because they're bad, but because we're uncomfortable with them. So look at the things that you feel ashamed of, and then ask yourself how those aspects of you are serving you, because we come into this world as we are, with all the parts of ourselves, because they're ultimately here to help us achieve our soul's purpose in this lifetime. And so, stop shaming the parts of yourself that you don't understand or feel uncomfortable with. This is saying, let's look at those things. Let's open up that box and let's see, what they really want or need from us. Let's, see what gifts they have. How do they serve you? Again, this is about moving away from the good versus bad belief system of life and just looking at everything as energy. Good versus bad is a delineation, and energy is just energy. So, try to take the delineation out of it and really feel into the energy itself without making a judgment call, right? And that is going to help you accept yourself, which is ultimately going to help you feel like you are worthy, which is ultimately going to allow you to manifest the things that you want to manifest, okay? So I think the big question here is, am I worthy? If I don't feel worthy, why? And how can I flip that script, okay? I think if you come in December with anything big picture, that's the thing to ask yourself. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. Again, this is just interior. This is an internal process for you. You may do or not do a lot of things in December. I don't know, but I think the energy surrounding you is kind of implying that most of this is inner work, less emphasis on expression. We see that with the Sun reversed and the Ace of Wands as well, which is kind of like a smaller Sun card. This is about attuning yourself to your inner fire. And I've been saying that a lot because it's Sagittarius season now. We'll move into Capricorn season, but primarily December is Sag season, which is all about fire. And, sorry, I brushed against my couch. It made a gross sound. Classic. Yeah, Sagittarius is all about fire, and it's loosing that arrow, right? But I think for you, this month, it's about finding that inner fire that is going to come out of removing these shame blocks. So, this is a bit of a not yet energy. It's kind of saying that you have something to release, some sort of divine inspiration, some sort of inspired action to take. I said that with the Magus. I said that with the Queen of Wands as well. And this is kind of a repeat, where this is like the seed of an idea. It's pure potential, which means it's entirely dependent on the action you take, but you also have access to any energy you want to have access to make this work. And so whatever this idea is, it's a good one. You just need to let it gestate. And if you don't know what that idea is yet, you will by the end of Sag season. So around December 20th, when we had that Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto conjunction, some idea is going to come to your mind, and there's going to be a period of working out the details of that. I said that with the Magus as well, where this is about getting clear on your vision. And this being in your destiny position, and this being in your work in the world position, means whatever this idea you have here is totally, completely in line with your heart and soul, your soul's purpose, and it is something that you can direct through your work in the world that's going to just bring you so much fulfillment. So this is great. We have the Tower paired with it, came out with it. And so just, again, this is just about removing resistance. Whatever is keeping you from accessing this Ace of Wands energy needs to be removed. I mean, this is about mass clean out. Kind of like the Five of Swords reversed. Mass clean out. Trying to feel into the intensity. See, I keep pulling the Tower, and I keep not feeling a lot of intensity the way I usually do with the Tower, because I think this year has been the Tower. And so we're in this. You know what I mean? This isn't like something coming out of left field and derailing you. This is like, we've been here. If anything, we're closing out this chapter soon. And so consider this a wrap up. What are the last kind of details of your blocks and resistance that is keeping you from accessing your worthiness, your fire, your self-compassion, your joy, your ability to move forward? This is like the last gasp of some of these limiting beliefs that are holding you back. And so use this Tower moment to say, okay, I'm sweeping out all that no longer serves me so I can access this fire. And so if you have a bit of an ego death this month, or it feels like you're a new person coming out of this, that's good. So if you have any wobble moments where you're afraid to let go of something, just keep in mind that that's the ego thinking it's dying. And so remind yourself that you're not going to die, all right? You're just cleaning out old aspects of you that no longer serve you so that, you know, newer, higher versions of you can come into this world and have a chance to express themselves. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So December looks really good. If you have a personal concern and you'd like to schedule something with me, please do so. In the box below, we can get clarity on your current situation. We can come up with a plan to move forward in a way that is the most resonant with you, and we can work together, we can collaborate. So rather than taking this as a general and taking what resonates and leaving what does not, we can isolate your current situation and we can figure out the best path forward, something that works for you, something that you like. So I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to support you any way that I can. Otherwise, hit like if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see the next Gemini video, and I will see you guys next year in January.